Hello, National DigiFoundry members. We've got Benjamin Diggles here, one of the co-founders of Constellation Network, as well as a fellow NDF member. And today I'm here to create a video and show you a little bit about how to set up a Stargazer wallet so that you can get your NDT tokens and start utilizing them operationally on behalf of the DAO. Constellation was lucky enough to be the operational blockchain for the NDF. And so one of the things that we also include is our wallet that will allow folks to utilize the currency that was created by the NDF called NDT. So as you can see here, we have a PDF that has been wonderfully made by the NDF that walks folks through each step with visual cues of how to set this up. This is a perfect document, but we wanted to create a video for those visual learners like myself out there so you can see the hands-on step-by-step approach of how this works. So let's go ahead and dive in. The first thing you're going to want to do is go to the digifoundry.org website, and you're going to want to register an account. If you don't have an account, you're not going to want to do any of these other steps until you get that account first. I will say at the timing of this recording, I know that the team is under the hood working on a whole new website. And so some of these buttons may have moved around, but I assure you that the user experience should be pretty buttoned up and easy to follow even on the new site. So once you've registered yourself, and in this case, if you've never been here, you'll see a little log on link at the top. Click on that, and that will take you through the registration process. After you've been registered, come back to digifoundry.org and go ahead and scroll down here, and you'll see this register your Stargazer wallet. Now go ahead and click on that. And what it's going to do is going to take you through the steps on getting this done. And we're going to walk through this in detail today. So if you click the button on the step-by-step instructions, this is how you access that PDF for those that just want to follow that guide versus this video. You can go ahead and do that. And then you're going to go ahead and click here and download your Stargazer wallet, which we'll jump into in here in a second. The reason I just want to earmark this is that you want to keep this open because you're going to come back to this website once you're done with all these steps that I'm about to walk through, because you're going to need to go ahead and give your Constellation Network address listed in your Stargazer wallet so that your account you've registered is married with your wallet address so they can start moving tokens back and forth. So with that said, go ahead and click on download your Stargazer wallet. And what it does, it goes to constellationnetwork.io, and this is our wallet page. And we offer it in two mobile versions, one for iOS, one for Android, and we also offer it for desktop in the form of an extension. And so in this case, that is offered for Chrome and also for Brave. Even though we don't have it listed, Brave.com also supports the Stargazer wallet. We do encourage everybody to set this up on their desktop. You're more than welcome to mirror it using your phone, and I will explain how exactly that works as we get in. But let's go ahead and start with the Chrome extension just to kick things off. So as you click the Chrome extension, you'll see it takes it to the Stargazer Wallet Chrome Web Store page. And all you have to do is click Add to Chrome. And by doing this, it literally takes a matter of a couple of seconds, and you'll see it's been added to Chrome. But what happens when you click this X is that it goes away. So what you want to do is click this little puzzle piece, and you'll notice it listed here, and go ahead and pin it. Once it's pinned, it will always show up there. And as you can see, I've got my Coinbase Commerce, and I've got my MetaMask Web3 wallet up there as well. So now that we've got the Stargazer wallet up in the right-hand corner, go ahead and click on that guy, and you'll see that it's got a splash page here welcoming you to the Stargazer wallet. So you have two options. You can create a new wallet, or you can restore a Stargazer wallet, which I'll explain as we go because it's a pretty easy process. So let's go ahead and click on Create New Wallet. Now, the first thing you need to do is create a password. Now, this password is really just to get you into your wallets, but it doesn't represent your seed phrase, meaning while this is important to have your password, if you forget it, it doesn't really matter a whole lot because as long as you have your seed phrase, you can always restore your wallet. And that's extremely important to keep focus on the seed phrase and not worry too much about the password. That said, it's always best practice to use strong passwords and make sure that you utilize best practices in keeping track of them. If somebody knows your password while they're on their computer, they can get access to your wallet or wallets that live within the Stargazer. So make sure you keep this close to your chest. So I'm going to go ahead and put in a password here, and I'm going to hit next. And I did it wrong, so there's that. And let's see if I did it. Well, I apologize. This is the form of demo demons, but there we are. Bam. All right, so I've successfully set my password, and now I'm going to go ahead and hit next. So we're going to create a recovery phrase. Now, this is a series of 12 easy to remember words, even though I don't expect anybody to memorize these. Some people do. This is the most important piece of the entire process. If you lose this phrase, and you lose your computer with your wallet on it, you will not be able to access your wallet. And in which case you have public tokens on there well beyond the NDT tokens that could cost you money. See, blockchain is decentralized, so it's not like a centralized company like a Gmail where if you lose your password, you can just request a new password. You can't request a new seed phrase. So this is really important, in which case, say you set up your wallet and you accidentally drop your computer in the Hudson River, it's no big deal. You just go and buy a new computer from the store, you follow these steps, you take your seed phrase that you've saved somewhere, you punch it in, and bam, you're back into your wallet. So this is extremely important that you keep track of this. We often encourage people to not leave it on the same device as your wallet, because if you drop your computer in the Hudson, if your seed phrase is on there with it, you're sort of out of luck. That said, what I like to do is I like to take a screenshot of it here, and I like to store it on a thumb drive or print it or get it somewhere that's outside of my workflow, just in which case I would lose it, so I have it in a safe spot. Again, cannot emphasize this piece enough, extremely important. So once you say I've written it down, because as you can see, I went ahead and I took a screenshot, I go ahead and click on this and it asks to double check those words. So I'm going to go ahead and, hey, let's do this. And I'm going to open this up. It's going to pop up over to the left here. And all I have to do is make sure that I follow these words. And so I'm going to say faint, tone, certain, faint, tone, certain. We got mousing name. We've got art, buffalo base, and we got open bulk dog. And then you click validate. Bam, our wallet is ready. So now that we're in, again, make sure you keep that phrase somewhere safe as soon as possible. We're going to go ahead and hit next, and you'll see we are now in a multi-currency wallet running on Google Chrome. And what I mean by multi-currency is, of course, Constellation's DAG is at the top of the list because we're Constellation, but this supports ERC20s or Ethereum tokens. It supports Polygon, Avalanche, pretty much every token out there. It does not support Bitcoin. Handling Bitcoin is a little bit different. We haven't integrated into our wallet, but it is a great wallet to use if you want to use it for personal stuff that's outside of the NDF. That said, I encourage folks to create multiple wallets that way, so you have a wallet isolated specific for the NDF, and maybe you have a second wallet that is, or multiple wallets that are specific to your personal trading of whatever you'd like to do. So we're in a good spot. What we're going to want to go ahead and do to add the NDT token, since it's custom, is the first thing we want to do is we want to make sure that we set the wallet on a private network. Right now, all of these crypto tokens that you see in here are running on public networks. And so what we want to do is, since the NDT token is not exchangeable or tradable on open markets, they have launched on what we call our integration net, which is our private network that allows them to utilize it without it being exchanged on public exchanges. So to get to the private network or integration net, if you will, is you click on this little gear, you go to the second option, which is networks. And you can see right now we're on Constellation's mainnet 2.0, which is our public network. And you're going to want to go down to integration net 2.0. All right. Now, once you've done that, as you go back to the wallet by clicking this little wallet icon, you'll see it says Constellation Integration Net. This, you should see this and see that you're in a pretty good spot. Great. Now, the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to open up that PDF that the team has made, since there's some really important information you need in here to add the custom token that the NDF has created. And so when you're in the main wallet, go ahead and scroll all the way down and click on Manage Tokens. And once you do that, there's a little plus sign in the top right-hand corner. Click on that. And we're going to want to populate that with this information that the team has prepared over here. So this metagraph address, of course, goes into the metagraph address. The L0 endpoint goes into, you guessed it, the L0 endpoint. And lastly, we've got the L1 endpoint. Bam. So once you got that in there, you're going to want to go ahead and populate the token name, National DigiFoundry. The token symbol is NDT. And once all those are filled out, you'll see down here, it says add token. So go ahead and click on that. Takes a second, and you'll see, bam, it was added at the bottom of the list. The National DigiFoundry on the integration net, also known as the private network, is now listed. I have a zero balance on this because this is just a burner wallet that I'm going to destroy after this demo, and I haven't supplied this address to anyone. But let's pretend that this is my first time like it is yours, and you need to supply that address. So what you're going to want to do is just go ahead and click on this thing and go ahead and click the receive button, and you'll see that it generates a QR code. Now, the QR code is really helpful if you want to transact cryptocurrencies via mobile phones and do it really quick with friends. But in this case, we're going to go and click this double box to copy the address. All right. Now that the address is copied, we can go ahead and go back and get back into our profile. And this is where I would put my first name, last name, my email address, and then I would go ahead and slap that address in there, right? Then once you put in your registration membership level, you hit submit. Now the team over at the NDF have seen that you have registered your wallet, you've got the appropriate address, and that you're all set up and you're good to go. Now, just as a reminder, all you have to do if you want to go ahead and say you want to install this on your Apple device, an iPad or one of your iPhones, assuming you have multiple. So go ahead and install the iPhone application. And what it's going to do is you can see from this screenshot down in the bottom, reset and restore from recovery seed phrase. Go ahead and just click that and put in that seed phrase that you've saved from the original setup. Now you have a mirror of both of these wallets. That said, you may have to, I haven't done this in a while, but you may have to go through and select integration net to get to see that custom wallet or custom token type has shown up. So if you do need to do that step, just follow the steps that we already did and you'll be able to see that. Now you'll be able to receive NDT and send NDT tokens to other folks with NDT addresses very freely and easily using the Stargazer wallet. And so that's it, folks. If you're able to get this far through this, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this. It's a very easy process, and that's all you really need to know. Once you're done, the team will have your stuff, and you'll be able to use these tokens as you see fit for the NDF usage. I will just leave on this last piece, since I think there may be people out there that want to utilize these wallets for personal reasons. So what I would do is I would click on this little gear here. I would go to wallets, and I would click on the main wallet we had just started, and I would change the wallet name. I would call this NDF wallet, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and save that. Now, let's say I want to have a separate wallet, because I think this should be isolated just for NDF activity. Go ahead and click the plus sign and create new wallet. Now you can call it, personal Stargazer wallet or whatever, and hit next. And as you'll see, bam, it gives you the same process for setting up another key phrase. So you're going to want to go ahead and take a screenshot of this, rename that file on your desktop to make sure you have the right seed phrases for each wallet and store it in that safe place. And you can do this as many times as you want. If you wanted to have 100 wallets within this one wallet experience, you can, and keep them nice and separate. And we highly encourage that. And then that way, when you go in here, you can switch back and forth between networks or whatever wallet you want and use the Stargazer as you see fit. So that was a little bit of a bonus there at the end for those that want to extend the power of what the Stargazer wallet can do. If you have any questions, of course, reach out to me or the team, and we'll be happy to answer them. Good luck.